Shirin, please go
Yes.
ahead.
Hello everyone, welcome to our today's webinar for our course Finnish STEM Education for Primary and Secondary Teachers. So first I would like to wish you for this occasion of International Women's Day, and I wish you all in your different roles like a mother, a wife, a teacher, a principal for the school, and whatever other roles you are playing, also as an artist, a creative person. So I welcome you all. I warmly welcome you all, and I wish you all the happiness all the year round. So as I was discussing with my friends today morning, it is not only about the one day where we should wish each other, but may the sisterhood prevails on all the other emotions that we have, and let's bring the bond about of love and respect, and let's try to create a network where we support each other, we encourage each other, and we help each other to grow. So, on this occasion of International Women's Day, I would like to congratulate you for whatever you are, wherever you are, and whatever you are doing as a homemaker or as in any other significant role that you are playing. On behalf of Council for Creative Education Finland, uh, I have been meeting with very wonderful educators, mainly women from across the globe, and it is a wonderful experience to meet them, to discuss with them. And I cherish all these memories, all these discussions, and I would also commend that whatever the women are doing, there are also the wonderful men who are behind them, who are their support system. So I am thankful to all the men also who are providing the support to all the women, providing the assistance, and also providing the encouragement. So thank you all. And I can see that people are joining us now for this webinar. We have got many responses to our newsletter saying that how they can join this webinar. So this time we kept it all live from our YouTube channel, CC Finland. You can go and check it there. And you can also go to our Facebook page and click it from there. So I'm really glad to be here today. I have with me Dr. Christoph Fenveshi, and he is from the Finnish Institute for Educational Research. And I warmly welcome Dr. Christoph. So, how are you? And do you have any message for this International Women's Day?
Thank you very much, Shirin Kulkarni, for hosting this meeting on this very important day, which is the International Women's Day. And of course, unfortunately, I cannot give any flowers to all the women who are joining us now, but at least I can remind everybody on the role of women also in this difficult situation what we are experiencing now in the COVID-19 crisis. If you could share my screen, I would like to show you a wonderful woman who is actually in the very first front line fighting against COVID. She's Katalin Karikó. Actually, I'm Hungarian originally. I'm living in Finland, but I'm Hungarian, and she's a fellow Hungarian whom I'm very proud of, that she had absolutely fundamental contribution to the COVID-19 vaccine, what we will all use sooner or later. So I think it's absolutely important to think about the leadership role of women also in science and also in other fields of days and months, and I should say years, what 19 crisis means to us. And I think this achievement what we can also celebrate, and all those achievements what we can celebrate also on a global level, but on the individual private level, are all important to remembered and to honored on the day of International Women's Day. And maybe with this link also links us, connects us to our today's topic, which will be STEAM education, if I'm right. Am I right, Shirin?
And this is a very wonderful thing to know that
Are you with
what
us,
you have shared
Shirin?
just now for the COVID vaccination, and we have been all waiting for it desperately, and now we are hoping for the best to come, and we wish that this corona pandemic go away. But I would not blame it because it has brought many positive things as well, considering the changes that we have gone through, the positive mindset that we have got. It made us, very much alert for our mental and physical fitness. So, and with that, we also should be thankful that we are more and more aware of this new technology and new ways of learning, especially. So, when we talk about the Finnish education system, everybody wants to know the secret sauce. So, but as we know, there is no secret recipe as such. There is a long-term investment has been there for making the Finnish education better and better day by day. So, in this webinar today, we will discuss the STEAM education part of the Finnish education, and especially I would like to know from you, Christoph, that what has drawn you to this topic of STEAM education. What were your questions when you tried to pick up this as your research field? So, please let us know. What do you think about it?
Of course, I could give you a short and a long answer, but this time maybe I will go a middle way. So actually, many people in my family were teachers, and they are fantastic teachers, and mostly they are teachers of mathematics and physics. This is somehow in the family for us, but in fact, in my school career, I wasn't so much successful in these fields. Not too much in mathematics, maybe a little bit more in physics, because I think I was quite much connected, or how can I say, addicted to the teachers who taught different subjects, and only I could learn successfully those subjects where I could see a kind of a cheerful person who tried to teach me something which will make my life better, and maybe it will do some good things to me. And actually, I wasn't so lucky in my school education with most of my maths teachers. I should admit it. But in the holiday times, I always had an army of wonderful maths teachers around me who tried to help me really desperately that I survive in my school and don't bring the shame to this math teachers family. So this was a kind of a contradiction. So, but I also went to a humanist career, if you want to say. So I became a literature teacher first. But during my PhD time, I met wonderful mathematicians, and I thought that, okay, mathematics is something different from that what I experienced in the school, and it's maybe closer to that what I experienced in my family. And I thought that these wonderful mathematics, these magical mathematics, this really exciting science have to be taught in the schools as well. And I decided that I will reconnect these wonderful mathematicians whom I met, who are also was eager to work with artists to schools. And then we started also this experience workshop, which is the community of artists, mathematicians, parents, and also those children themselves who are enthusiastic about to connecting these different fields. And that brought me close to STEAM learning, which is the integration between the science, the technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So in the word STEAM, every little letter have this different meaning. So this is about the integration of these different fields of science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And this became very interesting for me also as a researcher and also as an educator. So this is the story on a midway level.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for sharing this. So now I would like to tell that we are getting now many educators joining us from different countries like India, Vietnam, Philippines, and some from US also. So very, very warm welcome to all of you. And we are here discussing about the STEAM education from Finland and what we are offering for that. So maybe I will just share my experience about these online courses. So at Council for Creative Education, we have been always requested from the international educators that why don't you start online courses, and so that many people can attend these courses from their respective places. So thanks to technology, we have already started our online courses from 2018. So somehow we were prepared for the pandemic because we were already online there. And we started different courses for the early childhood education. For example, our diploma in early childhood education, which is a very popular course, and it has been done by the educators from 50 plus countries till now. And we have a very wonderful course for pedagogical leaders, and that is also sought by educators across the globe, and people are enrolling and appreciating that course as well. And then we have our courses for creative pedagogy within different subjects like enjoying the English, fun with numbers, etc. But then we also started getting requests for integrated course for STEAM education. And then, of course, as Christoph was already in our network, we thought who else is better than him to do this course for us. And that's how we requested Christoph that please come together with CCE and we do this course together. But Christoph, what are your thoughts? Like when you design such kind of course, what is your thinking process? Like while designing, what are the facts that you consider, or what is your
Yes.
imagination? Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Shirin. So I think there are many webinars available, fortunately, in these days, and maybe more than ever. So teachers can be really sometimes even confused to find out what to choose from this huge selection. And not only teachers, of course, but also parents who are maybe homeschooling, or those parents who really feel responsible about the future of their children, and maybe they want to offer some kind of very special help during weekend times, and also these times which the children spend outside of the school. And even when there are lockdown situation, of course, the whole learning process is happening outside of the school and in different like digital learning platforms and so on. But I think we as parents and also as educators, as teachers, we need to really take care that even these dramatic changes also happen as smoothly as possible. And unfortunately, this is not true for most of the humanity. We know it. But what led us together with CCE to design this course, it was really this applicability and this pragmatic outcome, that we want to offer those kind of courses, those kind of sessions for the teachers, but they can use right away. So maybe you watch a session and maybe you get something what you can use, implement sort of right away in your own practice. If you are a teacher or a parent, that you get something. This change can be also in your mindset. Maybe you just change perspective about the things what you normally do or what you need to do, because there are also this curricular pressure in every countries, different ways. But there are also many kind of hands-on opportunities. Maybe you want to look around in your household, but you have maybe some simple materials like paper or little rubber bands or something, and you want to do something about that, what will provide an experience for your child, for your student. And we will especially look for this kind of opportunities in the course to connect this, the mindset and the hands-on activity. This will be the essence of our course, I think.
Yeah, very wonderful. And I would like to share with our viewers that we are already doing a course together with you, and that is like the Finnish STEM education for early childhood educators. And the response that we are getting from there is very wonderful. And especially they are mentioning about this particular fact from the course, that it is very easy for them to find the material from their household, and then how to make use of that material and make new things, and try to experiment with whatever they have got. Because as we know that in many countries there is still a situation of lockdown, and they can't really go out and buy something, but they can experiment a lot from the household things. Then the another type of countries we have where the resources are not so readily available from the market, maybe because of some financial constraints or things like that. But because you are suggesting them such a simple tasks and experiments which they can really do from whatever is available with them, so I guess that is really what they are appreciating. Last week when we had a meeting with them, with those participants, they said, I asked them to describe the course for them, like what is their description, one word description. So most of them wrote like it is a eye opener. So because they thought that earlier that if they want to really do some kind of experiments with the technology, science, engineering, then they should have some high end materials. But with the course that has given by Christoph, they could do it with very minimal kind of material. So very very thanks, Christoph, for this kind of mindset that you are bringing in. So I guess we are mostly discussing about the sustainability approach. Would you like to comment more on it, Christoph?
Yes, of course, sustainability is absolutely important topic for us, also in terms of Finnish education. So STEAM learning in Finland, which will be the real topic of this course, is absolutely connected to sustainability thinking and sustainability development goals, also defined by the United Nations. So sustainability is everywhere in the Finnish core curriculum, and especially those multidisciplinary projects which are supported by the Finnish core curriculum are very much connected to this sustainability topic, that it will give opportunity for the students that they can get familiar with the sustainability development goals, and also they experience on the way like learning by doing, that how to implement sustainability thinking in everyday life, in basic situations. And STEAM learning is a very efficient tool to have these kind of experiments and have this kind of basic understanding of these important connections.
Yes, indeed. And the multidisciplinary learning, what you are mentioning here. So, I would also like to tell our viewers that when we talk about the multidisciplinary learning in Finland, it is mainly we are talking about the phenomenon based learning that is very much prevalent in the Finnish core curriculum nowadays. And for last 2 years, a couple of years, they are already implementing it, and that has given them a very good result, especially about the thinking in perspective of one phenomena and not as a segregated items. So when we talk about the STEAM as integrated approach, then the phenomenon based learning plays an important role. So CC has also designed a course especially for the phenomenon based learning, and which is, I guess, very much will be kind of going hand in hand with this STEAM courses. But Christoph, I would like to ask you more about our course for primary and secondary teachers that you have made. So tell us more about it, and I would also like to ask you one question with your description, is that uh, why the primary and secondary teachers are thought of that they can do this course at the same time. So kindly.
Yes, thank you. Actually, primary and secondary school and also early childhood education, so this don't need to be separated. In terms of the multidisciplinary learning, you already touched upon this key aspect, that this segregation is not good in any fields of culture and also science and learning. We want to go beyond these learning silos, and we want to have this big picture seen, also these connections between different subjects, and also different levels of education need to be connected. So we have seen it very useful that primary school teachers and secondary school teachers can have connection with each other, not only because many times topics are repeated, on different fields of learning, that first we learn about basic processes in the nature, maybe in a little bit less scientific way, more playful way. And these topics are repeated on a different level when we are more and more specialized in different sciences. But we see it's very useful if teachers also aware of each other's teaching methods, and also they can improve together much better to have these methods also integrated. So in this course, we really will go deep in the Finnish model of education. We will also see, based on the Finnish core curriculum, that what are the main points of adaptability, flexibility, and how the course participants can implement it for their own situation. We will also make a little journey around the world and see how STEAM is implemented on different fields, different parts of the world, also geographically. So I think it will also help in the local implementation. We will also discuss that why STEAM now, why is it important currently to make this shift also from STEM education to STEAM education, so the inclusion of arts and creativity, why it can be very important. And we also take a closer look into CCEs and experience workshops, STEAM methods. I will be really eager to share a lot of learning materials related to hands-on learning, hands-on STEAM projects, and also computational thinking related, algorithmic thinking related projects, which can also link those kind of very important topics like artificial intelligence into the classroom. And also we will talk about art projects, how these creative art projects can also enhance science learning, and how science projects can enhance arts and creative learning. And we will also encourage all participants to have their own projects running. If you can share my screen, I can also give you a little foretaste of these contents. So if you can share the screen, I don't know if
I guess the screen is shared.
Okay, so if you see my presentation, yes, okay. So this is me. I'm working in the University of Jyväskylä, which is in central Finland. And also I'm contributing as researcher to different resources. Many of these resources will be also part of the course material in the university. I'm working in the group for innovative learning environments. This is a research group where we are really interested in physical and also mental aspects of the environment of learning, and also using different devices, different tools in the learning process, how this can contribute to the children's and the learners' well-being. This is a key concept, key connection point in our research. And we are also trying to help to coordinate these STEAM networks all around the globe. So there are many communities where we are active, and we also offer to the course participants to the joining these communities. And also you can have latest research results shared as part of this course in many fields, what has been mentioned. So not only STEAM, but phenomenon-based learning, and also collaborative problem solving, and not only collaborative learning, but also collaborative teaching. So that's why it will be important that many teachers will join us from different fields, different scientific fields, and also different levels. So this is a slide about experience workshop community, where you can see some photos of our teacher training, and also children related events, school events, and also informal learning events. And you can also see that how the COVID crisis is changing our activities, and how quickly we try to react to these new challenges with the help of this STEAM integration. So you can see here this COVID-19 approximation model, and it was the help from Reidun Tvarok, who is the very well-known expert of the geometry of viruses. And she also reminded us that the problem with this COVID is that this geometric structure is not as perfect as in our model. So these spikes are much more dangerous and having more dangerous characteristics than earlier known viruses. But you can also see the example of how flexible are models that we are using, these hands-on models, to help to approach these current challenges, or how to implement, for example, computational thinking in following protocols, how to act safely during the COVID crisis. This can be also material for everyday classrooms, everyday schooling, or how you can use Craftbot 3D printers to print masks for health people who are working in the front line fighting against the virus, and how you can make it as part of your school project, that how children can design these face shields with the help of the Craftbot printer in the classroom. So this is the project from Natalia Budinsky. Or experiences from South Korean STEAM projects. There are other countries also, not only Finland, where STEAM education is really in the forefront, and South Korea is one of these countries. So we try to bring these best practices into the course to contribute to these creative ecologies, and we want to see schools also as kind of creative ecologies where multiple and diverse creativities are contributing to the active learning, to activating students. And also we will offer a lot of free open access resources, for example, this teacher's handbook about creative education, where you can also do your projects. This slide is describing some projects which has been done by various teachers who participated in earlier events like that. And this slide is explaining that how STEAM and Finnish core curriculum have this very basic connection in this student-centered, multidisciplinary and phenomenon-based learning focus. And also the competence-based approach will be very important for us, that we would like to see that we are not only learning subjects, but we are also learning competences which are preparing for us for a better life, and to be more active participants, more active role in the leading of our own life. And also there are many tendencies, for example, these emerging STEAM policies in the European Union, which we will also connect this course, and more exposure, more connections to the industry, to the work of life. This will be also an important topic in the course. And as I told, I will invite you to several projects. For example, this children art and mathematics project. You can see some of the results from South Africa of these projects, and how children, young students, youth people are responding to very current challenges in their own life, and also in global challenges with the combination of art and mathematics. So I hope that you will enjoy this course, and you will also initiate projects like these wonderful projects where children can express themselves on various ways with the help of STEAM. And also you can design your own projects in the context of STEAM as a result of this course. So you are warmly welcome to participate in the course what we are offering in with CCE. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Christoph. And there are some practical questions from the participants. One of the question is like, what is the duration? So, like we already sent in our newsletter and also in our website. Now we can check. I will also put the link for all of you who are viewing us through Facebook and through YouTube. So the course is like 8 weeks theory lessons. So it is like every week one pre-recorded video will be released, and you get 1 week to watch it through. And then we are expecting that you will develop a project within like couple of weeks. So we will also discuss more about the project now, and that is it is expected that whatever you are learning through the course, you pick up some technology, some technique, some activity that you would like to experiment in your own setting. So let it be your classroom or your home if you are a homeschooling parent, because as Christoph mentioned, this course is also useful for the parents who are doing homeschooling with their kids. So you can do these experiments at home or for your class, and then you can write a project report. So Maybe it's like a collaborative project that you would like to do within your classroom, like you will choose some topics and then you can discuss it with your classroom and then divide them into small groups and give them one element of it to experiment on, and then bring it all together and then make a project report out of it. So 2 weeks is like our tentative time that we give, but it is not like very strict that you have to finish it in 2 weeks. It can be also a little longer. But we suggest that when you join the course, you send us like the proposal that, okay, this is the project I would like to do, and then we can provide you the suggestions. Then the second question is like about the live meetings, because nowadays, especially when people are not meeting each other frequently, they value the interaction more than anything. So we understand that need of interaction, and that's why we have a very interactive platform where we answer the questions that we get from our participants, and and we also have live meetings where we meet all the participants. We discuss with them like what are they doing in the course, where are they now, and what are their difficulties, what are their problems, what they would like to discuss with us generally about the STEAM education. So if also they want to share their own experiences, we always encourage people to talk and share their own experiences, because sharing is learning. So we believe completely in that notion, and that's why we encourage everybody to actively participate. So I would just like to mention some expectations that we have from the participants, and that is exactly the active participation throughout the live meetings and throughout the course, because then we can only learn from each other, and it's a very enriching experience. As Christoph was mentioning that he would also like to invite you for the projects that he are already running through, and that's what we also do at CCE, that we want to involve you in the work together with Christoph. So it is a win-win situation. He has also shared a kind of resource bank with the participants from our early childhood education course, and they are quite appreciating it. And then we are thinking that we will build this bank together. So whatever experiments you are doing, feel free to put it there, and then whatever we are doing, we are also putting it there. So it is more of a collaborative course, that what I can suggest you. We don't say that we tell you something and you just follow it through, but we want you to apply your mind and your experience in there, and we also would like to learn from you. So there is some question coming up again. This was actually, by the way, the project question was asked by Tatiana, and she has already thanked us. So thank you, Tatiana, for this question. And we'll see you in the course. And now we have the next question from Neet Kaur. What platforms and projects will be taken up? So, Christoph.
Yeah, yes, let me respond. It's wonderful to have interaction, at least in this way, with the participants. I really hope that I will see you soon in the course as well, and we will have the opportunity for more comfortable and more direct way of interacting with you. So about the projects, there are many current cores are available, and also these mathematics and art projects which I just shown you, these wonderful images. This is like an ongoing open project, and I will also share with you as part of this course the details of this project, and if you will encourage your children or your students to create these art, we will make sure that these artworks will be shown internationally additionally, we will find additional platforms for these online exhibitions, what we are doing with these works collected all around the world. And this is not only, for example, an but also as a real tool for teachers to redesign, to reinvent their teaching, and also to establish and relaunch their teaching community. So you will also get a lot of ideas and hints how to change in your own context. And we will also help you can realize those kind of projects as part of the course which you have the most need. If you have an area, if we will help you to identify which are those areas where you require yourself some kind of development, and we will offer various tools to develop area. And also we will share a lot of free resources in the part of this course what you can use right away, actually. So just as I told, so if you come to one session, maybe you can right after the session to try out new things in your classroom or at your home, depending on your situation. Also about platforms, there are several communities, as I mentioned, where we are connected to. So we will be really eager to offer you the connection to this operating on different platforms to help yourself also in STEAM development as well as a conclusion of the course.
Great, thank you, Christoph, for answering this question. And then we often get a question about assignments. So we believe that when we are learning something, it is always good to check the implementation. So if you can implement those things, that means you have learned those things. And that's why we have very practical type of assignments, very well designed, creatively designed by Christoph. And you will definitely enjoy those assignments. There is nothing sort of repetitive work, but it is all very much innovative, where you need to apply your mind, and then you have to pick up certain things and present it in the class, or submit it into the classroom. So that's how we go about it. We have got one interesting question from Taiwan. It is about the project-based learning and phenomenon-based learning. So for phenomenon-based learning, I will just answer it shortly, because for that we have the whole course. But project-based learning, it is mainly about one subject. You choose one topic, and on that you do a project. In phenomenon-based learning, it is expected that you study multiple subjects with respect to one phenomenon. So for example, you see a rainbow in the sky, and then you study that rainbow as a phenomenon. And then you can study it from the perspective of physics, from the perspective of mathematics, from the perspective of arts, from the perspective of literature. So there are so many possibilities there. So that is the shortest and quickest difference I could tell you. But I would suggest that maybe you can just join our phenomenon-based learning course too, to get more information about it. Now, before closing this webinar for today, I would like to declare one thing, and that is today, on the occasion of Women's Day, we have an offer for this course going on, and the course is normal price is 300 euros, but now if you make the payment through this week, then the price is 130 euros. So kindly go ahead and reserve your seat. You will get the link into the Facebook description and into the YouTube description, and there you can also find how to make the payment and all. So I welcome you all for this course, and we have got very good feedback from our stuff for early childhood educators. So kindly take a look at that if you are an early childhood educator. So it might be useful for you to join us there as well. So I wish you all a very good evening. Any closing remarks from you, Christoph?
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to work with you and also to enjoy this course in experience-oriented STEAM learning. Thank you very much for the opportunity, also for CT for making this course possible.
Thanks a lot, and wish you all a very good evening, and wish you all again a very happy International Women's Day. And I hope to see all of you who joined us today for the webinar into the course. If you still have some questions, you can always write us an email at info@ccefinland.org, and we will get back to you. We also have a chat box, so you can put your questions there as well, and we will be glad to come back to you. So thanks a lot for joining us today. And I know that all of you must be very busy in a lot of webinars going on today for the women's on the occasion of the International Women's Day. But this is our celebration. We want to celebrate the womanhood into all spheres of life and especially into STEAM. So thanks to all of you, and we will be in touch through all the different mediums. If you haven't subscribed for our newsletter, kindly do so to get all the updates that we are giving you for our upcoming courses, for our upcoming projects. We are going to have our online conference on the occasion of World Creativity and Innovation Day on 21st April 2021 and 22nd April 2021. So kindly check those links as well. So see you and take care and be safe. Bye bye.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.